A mystery, a goose, and a broken heart. It was these things that catalyzed my demise. I've never been one for words, so I'll cut to the chase. It all began when the mental note sheet music for Electric Love went missing. Who knew that a single sheet of paper could lead to the end of the world? The music director said he chose me to lead the investigation because I look like I watch a lot of Scooby-Doo. But the real reason is because I never quite fit in with the group, which means I didn't have any personal ties. But I don't need ties. I need justice.
Hello. Thank you for agreeing to this.
You are the music director.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. It's just exposition so the audience knows who you are.
Oh, right. Should I explain the premise?
I already did most of the opening narration. I think we're all caught up.
Oh, nice. Now that everything is in place. I was talking to Nicolene, and she said to deal with this quietly. Well, actually what she said was, "This is a recreational a cappella group. It's not that deep. Stop bothering me!" But I knew what she meant. Now, it's very important that this is handled with caution. I'm counting on you. Do you think you can handle this?
Look who you're talking to. Have I ever steered you wrong? Don't answer that. Point is, you can trust me.
Just, when you start questioning people, make sure to do it delicately. We're a group first, and I don't want to make anybody angry.
I promise, I'll be discreet. My first suspect was Lalita, the Mental Notes' resident nature gal. Not 2 weeks earlier, she had made a big stink about the environmental impact of printing sheet music. It had to be her. Still, I had promised the music director that I would handle the matter delicately.
What do you know about the missing sheet music?
I don't know anything, I swear!
Likely story. Do you know what this is?
A plastic straw?
What if I were to drop this little guy in a compost bin, huh?
But the microplastics, you wouldn't dare.
Try me.
But you'd be contaminating the compost bin, and we'd have to throw it all out.
After the straw fiasco, an assistant investigator was added to the case. One Hannah West. We couldn't have been more different. I'm cool. She was a loser.
You know you're saying this out loud, right?
What a loser. The next suspect was Mickey, just on a hunch. She wasn't like other girls. She wore earbuds. We'll keep it brief. Some Mental Note sheet music went missing, and we want to know where it went.
Yeah!
How should I know?
Everyone knows you're the rebel of the group.
Yeah!
How?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. The whole vibe. We just talked to Lolita, and we're about to talk to Casey.
It's interesting that you're not in questioning any cis men.
Where's the sheet music, Fareed?
Why am I a suspect?
Because you just are.
Is this because of the cookies I baked for the group earlier? I knew the pecans were a risk.
No! The cookies fucking slap. Never change. You're doing great.
Yeah!
Okay, gang. So I know what we're all thinking. We're wondering about the status of this investigation. Well, hopefully there's some good news.
Afraid there isn't any. This investigation is a washout. Absolute clown shoes. The deepest pitfall of my career.
Maybe you're just investigating the wrong people.
Maybe it's just not a mental note.
Maybe it's someone else who uses this room for rehearsal.
You dear, sweet, naive fools. I've already considered that, but there's absolutely no other way to figure out who else uses this room during rehearsal.
Does no one else see this?
I've got it! The sheet music was last seen around 5 p.m. The clock faces east, which is 90 degrees from north. 90 divided by 5 plus an additional 2 gives us 20. And what's the 20th letter of the alphabet?
T.
And which 15th century Italian humanist is known as the father of alliteration?
Giovanni Fontano!
Who died in 1503. 15 divided by 3, we get 5. 5 p.m. was when the sheet music was last seen. Full circle, baby. That means...
Alliteration with the letter T!
Take 2!
Okay. Guys, they didn't do it. We were running out of options. The only suspect left on our list was Casey, the Mental Notes' prize soloist, self-designated as the quietest in the group but also the best. She had skipped the most recent rehearsal. In fact, she hadn't been to rehearsal all week. Strange behavior for a supposed star. Casey?
That's my name, don't wear it out.
She only said it once.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Of course, I have nothing to hide.
If you have nothing to hide, then why are you sweating?
It's not sweat, it's shimmer.
Liar!
How dare you?
Just give us the information we want and we'll be out of your hair.
I won't talk while she's there insulting me.
Hannah, go get me a paperclip.
Why?
Because I'm the detective and I want a paperclip.
Help with the investigation, they said.
Do something meaningful with your time, they said.
Alright, now that she's gone, let's get down to brass tacks. I know you know more than you're letting on.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me, Missy. I know you walked out of rehearsal the day before the sheet music went missing.
I simply wasn't feeling well.
And you had a disagreement with the music director because he didn't give you a solo.
I had a disagreement with the music director, but it had nothing to do with a solo. He wanted the group to do a silly little dance, went to one Sirens concert and thinks he's Abby Lee Miller.
I don't follow. What's wrong with the dance?
What's wrong is I don't dance.
What do you mean you don't dance? Like you're not good at it?
Like I don't.
What are you, the fucking town in Footloose?
I don't have to put up with this.
Fine, I'm sorry. Okay, my last question. If whoever it was hadn't stolen the sheet music, would you have?
When I was a girl, I used to happily play by the pond all afternoon with my favorite goose, Tobias, until my mother called me in to go to voice lessons. And I hated them. Boy, did I hate them. But off I went still. Years passed by, grew, as did I, but we always cherished that time by the pond. One day, Tobias and I got into a fight. Off I went to my voice lesson, mad as a steaming train. Well, as misfortune would have it, Tobias was then hit by a steaming train and run over, and I didn't have a chance to tell him I loved him. It's funny, I can't even recall what we were fighting about to begin with.
Respectfully, Casey, what the fuck does this have to do with the missing sheet music?
My point, obviously, is that it couldn't all have been for nothing. I vowed from that day forward I would do whatever it takes to be the most famous singer in the tri-state area. No holding back, no pathetic dance numbers, and no singing backup.
So it was you who stole the sheet music.
And I'd do it all again, all for Tobias.
Well, he's not coming back, Casey. He's been dead. He's been dead for some amount of time. To be honest, I wasn't really listening to the story, but he's gone and you can't keep living like this.
Well, what do you suggest I do if they find out I'm out of the group, out onto the streets?
Unless you're not. I won't let that happen to you, you hear me? I'll get you out of this mess. We'll destroy the sheet music, we'll forget the whole thing.
For Tobias?
For you.
Hey, I couldn't find a paperclip, but I found the Bobby's room floor.
She didn't do it. I'm calling off the investigation.
You can't!
Just did. Casey and I spent all night prepping for the crime, setting the stage, coordinating our timing, locating a trash bin that says incinerate instead of recycle or compost, because for some reason 90% of them say recycle or compost. It had to be smooth. There was no room for error. Casey, maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Don't tell me you're getting cold feet.
No, of course not. I'm wearing my Mona Lisa socks. I'm just having second thoughts.
Well, if you won't be a man, I'll find somebody else who will.
No, I can do it. Let me do it.
Be my guest.
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, we could totally get away with this. I tossed and turned all through my midday power nap thinking about what I had done. It wasn't a big deal, right? Elaborate schemes to steal and destroy sheet music in the name of a dead goose happen all the time. But I couldn't get the music director's voice out of my head.
We're a group first. I'm counting on you. A third inspiring quote.
But I didn't have time for that because it was time for rehearsal.
What's going on here? So you think you can just call off the investigation?
Man, we trusted you.
Christmas is ruined!
Guys, cut her some slack. Nikki would never do anything to sabotage this group. Nikki, you should be kicked out!
Yeah!
Guys, calm down. No one is getting kicked out.
This is outrageous. Yeah, I won't stand for this.
Aren't you gonna say anything?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, they listen to you. Tell them to lay off.
I don't know why you're talking to me or why you canceled the investigation, traitor.
Casey!
Traitor!
And that, Nicolene, is what really happened. I can't go back there. Not now that I've done what I've done, and not after Casey betrayed me. I'm resigning from the mental notes effective immediately. Maybe I'll audition for the all-nighters or something, and then I can wear a stupid little vest. Regardless, I just wanted to set the record straight to you, Nicolene, my one true friend.
What are you doing?
Hannah, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at rehearsal?
No, I didn't bother going. No one even noticed.
No, I'm sorry.
What are you writing?
Hardcore smut?
Oh, that's cool. Good to have a hobby. Look, I just want you to know, I know why you called off the investigation. Don't worry, I won't say anything.
You mean you knew all along?
Well, yeah. You threw out the sheet music in broad daylight 10 minutes before rehearsal.
But you didn't tell anyone.
Well, yeah.
So that means you must support me.
I wouldn't go so far as to
So
say.
that means you're my best friend.
Maybe the real reason I wanted to help Casey wasn't because of Tobias at all. Maybe the real reason was because I wanted to feel seen. I wanted a friend. But I don't need to get friends through crime. I can get friends through positive communication by being there for people I care about in their time of need.
Fuck yeah, dude! Let's go!
Come on, friend. Let's go for a walk. Maybe we can go to a pond.
No.
So, Nicolene, perhaps that single sheet of paper didn't lead to the end of the world. Maybe the real sheet of paper was the friends we made along the way.